10 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick.
Bounty hunter.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Oracle.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remain.
Juggernaut.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining.
I thought it couldn't get any worse, but
5 seconds remaining.
my ears are actually bleeding right now.
Reserve.
Once again, production has outdone themselves with their terrible accents, so I'm gonna try to recover for that by the time this match actually starts. Hopefully I'm able to do that. Otherwise, I'm gonna have blood all over my headphones. In any case, I'm Pythian, here to bring you the International 2016 America's Open Qualifier number 2 Grand Final between Void Boys and EG Bulba. That's what their team names are. And we're going to be getting through this draft here. It took a little bit to actually get through the lobby, but we are here now. And we are ready for some Dota. We'll see how long these matches take. It's already about 3 a.m. I feel like the teams are pretty much done with it at this point, so they just want to get their matches done and over with, and we'll see what ends up happening in the end. And the winner of the best of 3 set will go on to the regional qualifier, which is probably going to start up in not too many hours. So I have a feeling it's going to start about 3 p.m. Eastern, so about 12 hours from now is when it's going to start. So these teams don't actually have a whole lot of time to get the turnaround and go into the regional qualifiers. They're probably going to be really tired in any case. And it is the American qualifier where anything can happen. So we'll see what is in store for these teams. It's only, I guess it's only 8 in the qualifier, maybe 7 with not today leaving.
10 seconds.
But any team in that qualifier can have a pretty good chance to make it into TI. They're going to take 3 out of it, and if they're only 7 or 8, that's a pretty good chance of getting through.
Radiant team.
So these teams playing for some pretty high odds. EG Bulba already were in the grand final in the first qualifier up against EG, Evil Geniuses, the real Evil Geniuses, and ended up losing pretty convincingly in 20 minutes of each time.
10 seconds remaining.
This time we will see if they're stepping up their game. They've been here before. This time Uwar doesn't have to go against his brother mid.
Reserve time.
And we'll see what ends up going on. Bounty Hunter and Darkseer are going to be picked up here for EG Bulba. And Bounty Hunter is going to get some good pressure onto the mid lane. I don't really see it yet from Void Boys, although you can always put the Juggernaut mid. I don't think it's going to happen for them. Generally, you want to put him into the safe lane where you can get some pretty good farm. And of course, Darkseer has so many different combinations. No one's going for the Phoenix this match. It's a hero that we've seen quite a bit. Probably one of the higher pickup rates in the qualifiers.
10 seconds remaining.
Most teams like to go for the Phoenix Void combo.
Beastmaster.
In any
Dire
case, Darkseer can combo up with quite a lot of things. You could get some very fast bounces on the Shuri toss if you wanted to. Have all those heroes tracked up before you go for the vacuum. And now for Void Boys, they go for an Oracle
5 seconds
to start.
remaining.
And that's a good combo with the Juggernaut. And they also pick up a Beastmaster,
Reserve
who
time.
can pretty much lock down nearly any carry that E.g. Bulba might pick up, or anybody that they actually need to control. Something like a mid laner or
Disruptor.
someone in a safe lane role. A lot of the time we're seeing teams not even take the offlaners into the lane. Makes the game a lot different. It does mean that the offlaners will be able to get some good farm. So
10 seconds remaining.
Iron Talon is a very good item in the game. It really changes the dynamic of it, but it, I think, gives you a bit too much utility inside the jungle.
Reserve time.
It really encourages offlaners from getting away from the lane. Also, the lane is a bit difficult for offlaners as it is. Like, it's very easy for them to get zoned out just sitting there inside the trees trying to get some levels at least. At least with the Iron Talon, they're able to get a little bit more gold with that. Another interesting thing that happens is teams sometimes pick up the counters to the heroes that they have, so a lot of the time Darkseer can be used, and Disruptor would be a pretty good counter to him. But in this case, Disruptor is picked up alongside the Darkseer, so there's not going to be that for this match. It does mean that there's not going to be very many stuns for E.g. Bulba,
Team ban.
but they should be pretty fine without them. I actually go for the Slark this time. They beat a Slark in the first game of their semifinal. We'll see if it works for them here.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve. Dire team ban.
I also really like this Kunkka pickup for Void Boys. Torrent, for some reason, is just a ridiculous skill.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
They do ban out the Invoker here. I'm actually still not sure which hero E.g. Bulba are going to put in the mid lane. I wouldn't put it past them to put Slark there, or they could just have a Ritsu Slark. I'm not really totally sure of which hero each player plays.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
In any case, we are going to be nearing the end of this draft. I was saying that I really like the Kunkka.
10 seconds.
It seems to me that Torrent is just a ridiculous spell. It's kind of easy to hit, especially when you're able to get that X out. And if we look at the skill a little bit more, it has a 10-second cooldown. It can do some really good damage. It slows heroes. It gets a stun. It's a really good setup spell, and I don't actually think it's that difficult to hit.
10 seconds
Some good
remaining.
timings on it, and well, that's the second time that EG Bulba are going to go up against a Terrorblade. So it's going to be a you are Tiny in mid. Ritsu's going to be playing the Slark in the safe lane. And with that said, we are going to be going into our first game of the best of three finals matchup between Void Boys and EG Bulba. Both teams have pretty interesting lineups. I would say that EG Bulba are really going to be counting on UR to have a good start in the mid lane, and then also be able to create a lot of pressure around the map, give Ritsu some time to farm up, but they're going to have a pretty early impact
10
team.
seconds remaining.
And meanwhile, for Void Boys,
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, they have that early impact as well, but Terrorblade is definitely going to need a little bit more farm before he starts becoming a bit of a problem on the map. Oh my gosh. If this is actually a 10-minute break, I'm gonna be a little bit upset. Oh, I guess it is going to be a 10-minute pause, so we'll see. I would kind of like to go to a break if it's going to be 10 minutes. Alright, so it looks like we are going to have a 10-minute pause here, so I'm not going to sit here talking to you guys for 10 minutes. You guys are going to get plenty of that during the match. So we're going to take a short break here, guys. We'll be right back with the start of this matchup between EG Bulba and Void Boys. We'll be right back. Oh. Um... Currently paused. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alright, we are back here with EG Bulba versus Void Boys. It wasn't actually as long as the pause we thought it was going to be, but we are going to get right into game number 1 here. So let's introduce our teams. We've got here on the dire side for EG Bulba, it's going to be UR playing the Tiny. On our darks here is going to be Boris. He's going to probably start going right into the jungle. We've got a Slark handled by Ritsu, and I think they might actually be setting up a pool over to the side. In mid. Disruptor's played by KD35. Bounty Hunter already looking in the Radiant jungle. That's played by Juby. Now on the side of Void Boys, it's going to be... I don't know all these guys, so I'm just going to say exactly what's written. Symbol of Peace playing the Kunkka. It's going to be Snake King, the Angry Goblin playing Beastmaster. Playing the Oracle is going to be a Mega Poner. We've got a Terrorblade handled by Patzel, and finally... we're gonna have 747 on the Juggernaut. So we're gonna be getting right into this game number 1. Already a D ward for the dire side. Tiny's got that last hit. And Juby's thinking about taking the rune, but he's not gonna be able to get it away from the Juggernaut. Juggernaut's got his sword arm all over it. We're gonna move into this match. He's playing in the mid lane. He's got 2 shared tangos and a salve. As well as a stout shield and the quelling blade. A little bit more damage against these creeps, and there's gonna be the immediate avalanche and the good damage from Juby on the 747 to start, taking him down to about half health. But he's gonna keep going. Juby has no reason to leave. I mean. All he has to do is harass. And we do have offlaners that are actually in the lane this time. Snake King is being aggressive on the Ritsu. Ritsu, he's trying to put some good damage onto it, but Kunkka and Beastmaster are just so tanky at this point in the game. So we're going to have some pretty good action to start up this match. That's what I like. That's what we like from Dota. But actually being in the lanes. Not that namby-pamby offlaner jungle stuff. There are good reasons to do it, but it's not very entertaining to watch. It means that we basically only watch one lane during the whole game until we move into not laning phase. Torrent's gonna get dropped down and does hit on the Ritsu. It's actually got such a long range on Torrent, like that is ridiculously big. Borg gets dropped down, going on the Juby at bottom. He's definitely going to be okay here, eats up a tree, but I mean, he can just go invisible if he really starts to get into trouble. Juggernaut versus Tiny is an interesting matchup. Juggernaut has one of the highest base attack speeds in the game, and well, Tiny has one of the slower base attack times. So it's interesting how Juggernaut can kind of play around with that and really try to mind game the Tiny. They are putting a lot of pressure on the Ritsu at top. That's another thing that comes out of this, putting a dual lane in the off lane. Put a lot of pressure onto the safe laner. And well, Symbol Piece is going to fake off the Torrent and still has it, as well as the X. Gotta be careful around the map though. Spin goes out on the mid lane. You are taking a little bit of damage from it. He's just going to be able to get away. And there may be something afoot at top. Now Beastmaster is going to be completely fine with this board. It's at about half health right now. And he's doing some good work here. Gotta be careful around mid. Avalanche goes out on the Juggernaut. He's got the courier going back to base with the bottle. And there's gonna be something top. Ritz is getting very low. He's able to leap out of the kinetic field. Or away through it, I guess. And that's me a first blood going the way of KD35. Yeah, that was actually Disruptor's kinetic field that he leaped over. But it looked pretty cool nonetheless. I mean, leaping over walls, I do that every day. And Juby is getting really aggressive here. Are they able to find anything? Connect field goes down. Ritsu going forward, gets the leap onto Beastmaster. There's going to be a torrent, and are they able to get Snake King? He is able to, well, cancel the TP and use the Fairy Fire. Good rotation over by Kunkka to put down the torrent and save his friend, the Beastmaster. Another spin on mid lane, and 747 just wants to push it out. And Yuar's going to go over towards top to get the rune. That's going to be a bounty for him. And it's going to be a haste bottom. Could be a pretty good pickup for 747. And the hero that's rotated over here is a Darkseer at level 5. So 4 minutes into the game, and Darkseer is basically on the amount of XP that our mid laners are. That's some pretty good stuff right there. In any case, Darkseer's had a really good start actually. Like, being able to be at solo XP level farm this early and putting down the double Ion Shell onto a Patzel that really doesn't have too much of a mechanism against the Ion Shell. He just really needs to hit it down and hope that the Oracle can help him out a lot. A little bit of scouting being done by Juby. He's stealing some XP from Beastmaster. Just kind of sitting there underneath the tree. He can't see him. Beastmaster has no vision of this at all. And Juby's just gonna sit there, having a good time as a bounty hunter. In the mid lane, Juggernaut's doing extremely well right now. He's a few last hits above the Tiny, and he's on top of the CS chart right now. Really putting on a show, exploiting this mid lane. Sometimes Tiny, like I said, Tiny has trouble hitting those creeps before the Juggernaut, and well, he's just able to do it there. Boris is ready here. He's going to get X'd up. He puts the wall down on the Symbol of Peace, and he's trying to get up, but Boris is going to try to TP away. Not going to happen. The Purifying Flame's able to take him down, but Omega Power is going to get the Ion Shell on him from the Bounty Hunter, and that is going to be the big crit hit in the back to finish her off. But the Omni Slash finishes it off, so he's going to use the first Omni Slash of the game in order to secure a kill. And they're also going to get some pretty good pushing bottom here, as Patzel goes right into the Metamorphosis form. And that's going to be an easy first tower of the game, going the way of Void Boys.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Ritsu's just hanging out here at top, getting a little bit more space because of the Bounty Hunter rotating around, forcing the Beastmaster off the lane. Really doesn't want to get killed too much, and also Kunkka has gone away. So without that backstop, Beastmaster really doesn't want to be on the lane anymore. There's a smoke here out of mid. Snake King, the Angry Goblin, running around. He's ready with the Beastmaster. He's also got a roar. Is he going to find anything? They could actually find the courier. He's going to roar at the courier. Oh, they've taken it down, and that's going to be a Ring of Epistolius and an Iron Branch going the way of the Radiant. That was probably not what he thought he was going to get when he was going for the smoke, but sure. 3 minutes on the side for the courier. Waste the first ultimate, which actually doesn't have that big of a cooldown. It's 60 seconds. I think the biggest thing for him is the mana, but there are ways to get that back. Boris could get taken care of here. Patzel is really forced to go with the pathing. Torrent off the mark. Bit unfortunate that the creeps got in the way there, but it tends to happen on this Radiant lane. There's lots of narrow corridors. And right now, Void Boys, they're just taking so much across the map. I mean, they've already got their second tower of the game. They also have a Terrorblade on their team. This is a pretty good start from Void Boys, and EG Bulba, they're going to be playing this one from behind. They at least have a good start on their Dark Seer. He's gone for 4 levels into Ion Shell, and he has picked up an early level in the wall to try to secure that kill at the rune earlier. He's getting some really good levels. I guess that is one bright spot here for EG Bulba so far. Juggernaut going for the spin at mid. You could turn it around. He's also got the Bounty Hunter there, but they are not fast enough. And it's the Void Boy on the mid lane. He's able to get out. We may have a smoke here pretty soon. And if smoke goes out, Juggernaut could be the bait. See where they end up going. They actually have some really good vision around the map. They're gonna see quite a bit here on the Radiant Jungle, and they also seen that little bit there at mid. So Bounty Hunter does catch him out. Do they have vision though? Smoke is there. They've got the dust. Bounty Hunter's gone away. I mean, they could have a pretty easy push here. Snake King's gonna get tracked now, and yeah, it looks like EG Bulba are just gonna abandon this one. And well, Void Boys are gonna take everyone to try to take the tower down. And they also have a Metamorphosis available on Terrorblade. I think they're gonna try to go for 2 here. Especially with EG Bulba nowhere close. This is a very fast pushing strat from Void Boys, and it's just kind of the way it worked. They had a really good start on a lot of their lanes, got some good levels on Kunkka and Beastmaster. Bounty Hunter is able to find the courier kill there, but I don't think this is going to stop the push at all. Patstol, he's still going in with the Terrorblade, and this is going to be very fast. He's going to be the big scary demon. And he's gonna put a ridiculous amount of damage onto the tier 2 tower. Ritsu X'd back. Torrent is a bit off the mark. He's gonna use the ultimate, carrying the shiv in his mouth as he gets away. And Kunkka is not going to be able to find him. He's hiding inside the trees, leaps away, but now he's going to get purged by Oracle. Yeah, the Purifying Flames could be there. Take him back, spun down, and Purifying Flames, of course, takes the kill. So that's a fairly good kill for Void Boys to be getting there, and they've also taken down the tier 2 tower top. So they are really pushing around the map and taking all of the map control away from EG Bulba, or Ritsu stack as I like to call them. Ritsu stack got all the way here in the first America's qualifier, unfortunately losing to EG, the regular EG, and matches that weren't very close at all. One thing that our side do have here is they have some pretty good wave clear. UR can just throw out the avalanche and the toss, and they also have the Ion Shell around, able to take out the creeps. So they do have a couple of tools about this. Void Boys though, they're just being smart, backing it up, gonna farm a little bit more on their heroes before they start to go for the big pushes. Smoke up here from EG Bulba. Juby's gonna be leading the way on his Bounty Hunter, and he decides to go for an illusion. Now they could get caught out. There's gonna be the toss, the throw. They're going to get the false promise on the symbol piece. Most likely this Kunkka is gonna be going down. He also went through that wall, so 747 could get caught out here, but he may be going ham. He's still got that Omni Slash, and he could go right for Ritsu. Ritsu goes into the ultimate though, and Patzel goes into the big scary demon form. UR blinks in. Omni Slash available. Yeah, he's just gonna go for it. Only really gets it on the 1, but I think that's well worth it. They're taking down a Tiny. And the gold change does go in favor of EG Bulba, but with this tower going down, it is not that big of a deal at all. And look how big that range is. Oh man, melee range His sword doesn't even hit the building and he's somehow still killing it. Almost a Sanjin Yash for Juggernaut. The track is going to be wearing off fairly soon. Terribly is getting the Yash delivered to him, as well as a TP scroll, and there's only one outer tower remaining. We're 14 minutes in, and if we can take a quick look at the XP and gold graph, XP nearly even, and that's kind of to be expected with Void Boys grouping up to push all over the map, but net worth is about 4,000 in favor of Void Boys. And that's pretty clear to see where that came from. Yuar and KD35 ready to look for some kills here, but again, they have completely evacuated their own jungle. Void Boys are nowhere to be found. They may end up finding a Kunkka, but that's not really the kill that they're looking for with this smoke. I feel like at some point, maybe after the tier 2 bottom is taken, Void Boys are going to go for a Roshan. So I feel like it's just going to be take a tower, go for Roshan, and then maybe try to go high ground with the Aegis. I guess easy bull, but they don't really want that to happen, so they're going to try to be aggressive here. Going to take out the Hawk, and Void Boys may know something is up here. But they are all grouped up, and Bounty Hunter is going to get it out a couple tracks. Here comes 1047. The Avalanche is actually going to miss on almost everything. The Roar, it goes out onto Juggernaut, and he's stuck there. Ritsu, let's see how much damage he's able to do. There's a pretty good static Storm, and the Angry Goblin, he's going to be even angrier as he's going to go down inside of the Storm. Now 747 changes his attention to Ritsu, and the Omnislash is going to finish him off. KD35 trying to get pulled out, but it's not going to happen. Yeah, Void Boy's not able to find that last one there. But now, they can keep going for the bottom tower, and like I said, translate that into possibly a high ground or a Roche. Items, items, items. Dragon Lance, but Yasha for Terrorblade also has a 2100 gold in the bank. Possibly could be picking up the ultimate orb for the Manta style. And Aether Lens is usually the pickup for Kunkka. Comes back by Disruptor. There's an Avalanche, but it's only on the Kunkka and really doesn't matter all that much. Oh, Tiny gets a deny. Iwar, what a pro. Comes Iwar again with the blink, but he doesn't have an Avalanche for another 2 seconds. There's going to be the Torn, and the boat is going to run right over Iwar, taking him very low. And a Mega Power. He's going to be taking some damage from those auto attacks, and it is enough to take him down here at bottom. But with that last tower kill, Void Boys should probably be looking for a pick-off or two, take down Roshan, go high ground. They have basically all the advantage here, and Sark isn't really one to be able to take them out. Really, where he's going to excel in this match is going into the backlines and killing off the supports like Oracle and possibly Kunkka if he's able to get a bit more damage. Probably we're going to really want to focus on the Oracle though. Spark looking for some kills. He's going towards the Ancients. Patzel is kind of low. He's the only one there. Here comes Spark. He's going to get a leap and Patzel. Does he get the Thunder? No, because Ritsu has gone into the ultimate. Not able to get it off when he does that. Snake King's here. He could get a roar onto Ritsu, but it's going to get immediately purged off, and Ritsu just wants to get away. Even though they did have the damage, but with that Stray Toss being thrown, they don't have an interrupt for the TP anyway. 747 with the Invis Rune. Lots of damage being done here. There's going to be the boot hitting onto Ritsu, but they don't have any vision. Now you are blink forward, misses the Avalanche. There's going to be a glimpse, and they take 747 back into their own team. But here comes the Omnislash. Double kill, 747 jumping left and right. Almost like Mario, except that's a different character. That's Zeus actually. And they will also be trying to get Boris, who jukes him a little bit on the high ground. Are they able to get vision? They don't quite have vision of him, and they may just want to go for the mid tower. Slark is down for 30 seconds, and Tiny down for 15. Patsol still has sorry, not his ultimate, but his metamorphosis. So he's gonna go right onto mid, and no, they don't have a fortify either. Whoa, okay. Tower, see ya. Going the way of Terrorblade, and this might be the first rack of the game going down. Tiny's here, he can blink in. Yuar's gotta be careful though. Okay, first melee racks, then the range, and Terrorblade is going to be able to get outie. Yell goes out under Yuar, a beautiful vacuum, and so many Terrorblade illusions all over the place. Yuar gets thrown up into the air by the Torrent, and at this point I feel like the old Void Boys, they went up against enough of the combo, they can just get back, and well, no, GG. Ritsu calls it in 19 minutes, even faster than the regular Evil Geniuses. Void Boys are gonna take it. 19.5 minutes. It's possibly because of how late it is in the day, and they really are just sick of this and want to get on to game number 2 if they have any kind of chance. But actually, you know what? That sounds like a good idea for us too. So we're gonna go into game 2 in just a couple of moments. Stick around, guys. I think I left my pants around here somewhere.